So this is the unit we're going to be debuting today. This is Dark Corvus, quite literally a free win button in Guild War. I use him all the time. He is truly free wins. He's got about 26k health, 152 speed, some decent defense, and 137 effect res. That's basically enough so he doesn't get randomly provoked by Fallen Cecilias, or by Falconer Cluries, or stunned by Maid Chloe's. Those random things doesn't happen to him. He does resist Dizzies and Bazaars quite often, although I don't recommend bringing him into Bazaar, although you can if you really need to, if it's like Bazaar, Ruel, like RB or something weird like that, but he really is a win button. You just bring him, 2 healers, and he's set. Right now he's got 137 effect res, it's pretty decent. You don't exactly need Strax Gauntlets, so instead I opt for Prophetic Candlestick. It stacks with his passive, so he gets extra stacks every time he gets hit. So that's like potentially -3 turns per hit. So it's pretty great. I like him like this. He's also got triple S Ego imprint, so he gets an extra 18% health on the field, so it doesn't show on his stats right here, but he reaches 28k pretty easily. As for the Molas, definitely max out his S3. Highly recommend that. So he does more damage as well as his passive, which pretty much guarantees him getting more turns. I also recommend the Provoke effect chance Molas for his S1, so he'll be getting his stacks quicker, which makes him one-shot any enemy. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Today we got a guild war against LoveRE. We fought these guys a few weeks ago, I believe. We won, albeit very barely, so it's a pretty high-end guild. We do have a history of beating them, so we should be fine. My guildies are just going in right now on this side of the tower, so I'll be back when I find someone to fight. So I already drafted my teams against this guy. This guy apparently has a lot of green shields, so he's been doing pretty good on defense, and this is what we have to go against his pretty decent comps. So top team, we're just going to DC him. This is going to be a DC video. I'm going to show you guys how freaking busted he is and how he is literally a free Guild War win button. So no matter what team comp you're going up against, if you bring DC, you sustain him, he will win for you. So even against Spectre Tenebria, we'll just kill Destina first, then we'll kill Ken first, and then we'll kill her last. Granted, this does give her the option to just do whatever they want. She was going to be hitting into my healers pretty hard. Ken is only going to be hitting into DC, but DC has high effect res, so Ken's not going to be able to defense break him. Matmo and Diane are going to clean things up. The anti-crit buff from Diane's going to be useful, plus the barrier and extra cleanse. And then, yeah, we should be able to have no trouble against the top team. Bottom team, I don't know what's going on. It's a very high damaging team, so we're just hoping A-Ravi can solo it. We got Flurry on immunity gear, so basically the idea is Flurry goes after the Lilia. She's going to defense break the Ken. Akades is going to protect either herself or Flurry and minus one of their cooldowns. A-Ravi is going to kill one of them, and then we're just going to systematically do the same thing down here as we do on the top, but a little bit worse because A-Ravi isn't as sustainable as DC. So let's see how it goes. So this team seems pretty slow. My Diane's about 200 speed, and the Stene, Spectre Tenebria, is on Midnight Bloom, which means she's built full damage. This is weird. Let's see if we can sleep him. Nope. 20k, that's fine. Just -3 turn cooldown for DC, beautiful. Are you on Idols, Chew? No. Interesting. Let's get the barrier up.
Melt away. Fall into nightmare.
He's just eating that damage. Alright, he's already ready. Although, ideally you want a Soul Burn if there's a Soul Weaver. If there isn't a Soul Weaver and there's no healing, you could just smack into him. So I'm probably going to have to wait a turn. Wait, no, I think we have enough. Yeah. Just get rid of that. There's no damage mitigation, so this will kill easy. Just look at that raw damage, though. Just an easy 22k damage. He's amazing. So that's one down. Crimson Sleeve.
Let's advance together.
And then this is how DC works. You just systematically take apart any team comp. You just kill the biggest threat, and then it gets easier as you go on. Just keep healing him, keep supporting him, no matter what you bring him against. As long as you build him right, he'll take care of anything you need him to. This Ken does some decent damage, I have to say. We could, like, wait a turn and just insta-kill him, so.
I will guide you through the light. My goddess, grant me the power to extinguish the evil. I believe this is what the goddess will restrain.
Deanne is so good. I really love Deanne.
Is
Then we, try and sleep him again. Slept. And we have our souls. Like, it's just so good. I love DC. I love using him. He is a free win button. It's kind of hard to lose with DC, but it is possible. Mainly through user error, rather than actually DC's fault, though. And then look, this team just falls apart. Granted, it wasn't exactly a very threatening team, but I was afraid of being stalled out by the Destina. That doesn't typically happen in Guild War, but it can happen. So, another cool thing about DC is you don't have to worry about getting stalled out. He will kill any stall unit he needs to. Only units he really struggles with is like Ruel, and FCC with the barriers, but you can actually whittle them down first before it, so you gotta actually be kind of smart with that.
do my best. Let's advance together.
And then we just piled in damage. So granted, the Spectre Tenebria pretty much got everything she needed. She attacked anyone she wanted to. She wasn't really stopped. We just kept healing it all up, and you can afford to do that with DC. Your healers are never in danger, unless it's like bad RNG with like Collies or Charles or whatever. So, like right now, Montmo's pretty low on health, but that's because I've been going for more for damage than actually this. But as I said, if you build your teams right, you can just stop them like this pretty easy.
Advance together.
GG. That's round 1 done with the god that is Dark Corvus.
Got it, Flurry?
Adam and Shield. She is very slow, it seems. I could use my Provoke onto Lilius, but that'll be a lot of damage. And I kind of want to save it for the RB. So we're going to have to wait a turn for this. Oh, Dreamblade. That's not good. And attack buff, which means it's going to do a lot more damage. Oof, that is some damage. Who's in danger? Really, it's Flurry. RB's kind of okay. So let's just do this. Just make sure we get the kill on Ken. With attack buff. Oof. And the mischance. That's not good. Just work on him. Damn it. Ooh, this is some damage. Hey, Ravi, you can counterattack anytime now. She is on counter set. Alright, that's not... Oh, she got provoked. Oof. Oof, that's not good. We have one more turn. Yeah, it's a high DPS. Oh. Ah. Completely destroyed. Wow, my frames got destroyed during that. What the hell? For the second round, we're up against Talion. For round 1, we're going to be using an Elena comp with SSB, RB, and Elena against Lilius and ML Ken and friends. Be a pretty close match. We should be fine. Idea is Lilius is going to go first because my Elena is slow. Elena's gonna go push up because of her tome, and she does her S3, give invincibility to the whole team, and then we'll slowly work on the Ken and the SSB. For the bottom team, we got DC. Kairon is only gonna hit DC, so he's gonna be getting his stacks. The only issue here is Charles, who's gonna be targeting my healers, but we have 2 of them, so we should be fine. So let's go. To be expected, he's going first. On a high DPS build. Pushing RB back, that's fine. That means he's going to go after the Ken. So let's do this. That's fine, we're all on immunity. Or invincibility. Oh, she's also on a counter set. No procs. On Rosa as well. Provoke on the villager. That's not very groovy. Let's get my stacks up. Ken can't. He can counter me, but he won't do as much. He won't do any damage really. And this will give me my stacks. And hopefully get rid of the shield, which it does. This will proc my. Oh, it didn't proc it. Oh well. This definitely will. If Elena can counter, RB can do his S3. She does not. Sigurd on the Ken. That's very nice. Now we got a 1v1 Ken who has a Sigurd proc. She crit him. Of course she does. Why wouldn't she? He heals back to full. Now this is a problem. We need to get target on him. We did not. Damn, he does so much damage. Alright, if we could give him mischance, we could actually kill him. Resistance? Oh, it's an effect res, Ken. Ah, Ken's just gonna solo me, isn't he? Alright. But he's at full health. We have to get the mischance or we lose. Yeah, I was a full effect res, Ken. But he died, so, because RP's busted. Alright, this one should be an easy win. The only way we can lose this is if Charles goes hard on one of the healers. This is fine.
This is what the goddess wills. Death is your repentance.
Let's just heal up a bit. Get us crit resistance. That Charles is also like 200 speed then. That's weird. Let's get this up. The extra barrier. It's a slow Kairon, so it's going to be built on damage. Can you do it? No? Alright. We should get it before his turn because of the Kairon. Basically, we're going to kill Kairon like last. We might kill him next though. Depends if he starts critting on my grass. DC is on an effect res build, so you have to worry about him getting provoked. This is fine. And then just like that, the Charles is going to be dead. There doesn't appear to be an Warrior Slayer. My DN is not on effect res, unfortunately. I probably should, but I don't have the gear to give him high effect res, high speed, and HP and stuff. Because that's mainly on like DC and Maid Chloe, so. Big threat out of the way, that means my healers are safe. 7k to DC, that's manageable. That's not. break that real quick. Well, we just got it back. Well, damn. Is that a DPS FCC? It appears so. Let's get this up. Give me my stacks. The FCC doesn't regen health, so she might actually survive this because she has like 22k plus her shield. But there's no worry about her gaining on her health back, so it's okay if we don't kill her, because we'll just kill her back the next time. Do we need the end right now? Sure. I wanted to see if I could try and pop the shield, but with Matmo, that's not going to happen. And this is just DC doing his thing. It's slow, it's methodical, but it has a 100% win rate. It's very, very hard to lose with DC. Provoke. The shield is broken. Can we pop you? Nope. 1500. Break that. He's not going to kill DC. Even if he does get an attack buff, like, there's just no way. Let's do some damage to Kairon. He can't heal either, so. Very nice sleep. Basically, the whole game is just, basically building up DC's S3 and then just unleashing it on people. I believe her thing is off cooldown now. It is. Let's just heal up a bit. Stop her from critting. Stop all that garbage. But yeah, very few people can actually survive the DC S3. It's mainly, the only people I see do it or like FCC, Ruel, Alencia's can survive. I've seen a Crow survive it like once or twice, but should be fine. We don't need the soul burn, but we just need to kill her because we don't have the DPS to break through the shield and do damage reliably. So we'll just do this. And we keep the Kairon up because he feeds us free stacks. I mean, why not? It makes it go by faster. And after he pops his immortality, he's not going to do anything. So we don't even have to use the S3 on him. We just whittle him down. Provoke, but we didn't pop it. Let's pop it. There we go. And then the pretty easy win. I just DC for you. He is a free win button. It's very hard to lose with him. So I'm recording this after the fact because my audio software was getting messed up. But for the third round, we're going up against the Fort. For the top team, we got DC, Matmo, and F Maya. F Maya is there to take hits from the Ken, as well as the Kairon if she needs to. Matmo is going to heal up DC, and then systematically we're going to delete the Ruel, then the ML Ken, then the Kairon. Of course, we're going to keep the Kairon up as long as we can because he'll feed us stacks with his basket procs or whatever. Bottom team, it's the standard meta comp. You've seen me beating it like a bunch of times with this same comp. It's Ox, Cdom, Carmen. We one-tap Charles, then we one-tap the SSB, then we 3v1 the Lilius. Pretty much no chance of losing. So yeah, let's see what happens. So we got Matmo starting. It's pretty alright. So we got Matmo just testing to see if there's Idol's Cheer on the Ruel. There is not. She's on Proof of Valor, but that means I want to smack into her a few times. We do see that she has 17k HP, which means we could one-tap her easy with DC. DC's Soul Burn S3 does about 20k plus damage, so that's fine. Charon has the attack buff, but that's fine. We then start working on him to lower his health, so eventually we can kill him and proc his immortality. MLK is doing a little bit more damage than I would like on the DC, so of course we're going to heal him up. Then I try to hit the Ken, because if I crit him, he'll hit me, which feeds me more stacks. LoveRE is a light element, so she's only going to be hitting DC. And there you go. After like 1-2 turns rotation, DC already has his S3 ready. This Ken is doing a lot of damage to my DC. But of course Montmo, with her resets and her heals and Rod, she's fine. Then we begin the destruction of this team. We Soul Burn S3 on the LoveRE. Keep in mind she does have Proof of Valor, so it's going to do a little bit less damage than we're used to, but 20k is more than enough to deal with her. This Charon is proccing Basket, which is fine. DC can do whatever. He'll eat it up. He is critting my water a lot more than I would like, so I think eventually I start working on him next and avoid the MLK as much as possible. Never mind, I want him to crit me. But I don't crit him, but he does crit me, so that's fine. And yeah, Montmo, just heal him back up. This Charon is still consistently critting my water, something I don't like dealing with. But DC is already primed and loaded. We don't really have to Soul Burn to kill the Ken. ML Kens are usually about 12 to 15k HP, so without Soul Burn and without damage mitigation, we can hit 13k. And he was already low on health, so now we can just deal with the Charon. He is proccing Basket almost constantly though, which is kind of an issue, but we're fine. We didn't proc the Immortality there, but we could Soul Burn S1 with F Maya and force the Provoke, but it got resisted because of course it did. She has like 38 effectiveness, but he apparently has effect res. But we slept him, and then we one-tap him, and then yeah, that's pretty easy round 1 for DC. Just another easy win because of Dark Corvus. Second round, you've seen this plenty of times. We do Ox S2 into CDOM S3 into Soul Burn CDOM S1, and then just one-tap the Charles. Pretty standard stuff here. And then that Charles is dead. That's about 25k through Aureus. That's pretty impressive. Then we do Carmen S3 because of the CR push. She goes ahead of the Lilius. Then we give Invul to the entire team. This Lilius has about 18k HP, which means she's probably on a DPS build. The problem here is this SSB is really slow, so Ox lapped her, which means he's going to be losing his invincibility. So we're going to try and silence here, which we eventually do get. And this is another reason why I highly recommend anyone who has Ox slots and wants to go up against the meta team to build him a little bit bulkier than you used to. You don't need him to be too fast. 230 speed is definitely fine to outspeed most things, but he's got to have the bulk to handle Lilius and SSB, because there will be times where the SSB is so slow that Ox is going to lap her, and if he laps her, he's going to lose invincibility, and that he has to be able to take tank the damage, or else he dies. But yeah, easy win. As I said before in a previous video, if you know how to fight this team comp, it's really, really easy to just farm wins off it, because most of the time it's built the exact same way anyway. So that is going to be it for the Guild War / Dark Corvus debut. If you have Dark Corvus, I highly, highly recommend building him. He is so good, and even though he's not a hot anime girl, he will get you the wins in PvP. Specifically Guild War, he is just truly a free win button. Highly recommend building him. He is 100% worth it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.